In this video, we focus on the process approach and risk-based thinking competency in the IATF Auditor Guide. In particular, auditing the linkages between customer performance data and the organisation performance data. Watch this video to see if the auditor is undertaking an effective audit. So what I'd like to do in this part of the audit then is have a look at your customer performance.
Yes.
By having a look at any online customer scorecards and then comparing that performance to your internal performance.
Okay.
So maybe can we start off with your customer scorecards?
Okay, so then I have to log on to the portal.
Yeah.
Since the main part of our customers nowadays, they don't send any scorecards, so they're using portals. And here on the screen, you can see...
So this is for Volvo, is it? Volvo cars?
This is for Volvo cars, yes. And
so what is this telling us?
One very important and large customer for KB components. In this portal, you see that we are evaluated with 12 different elements.
Right.
Mm-hmm. PPM is one of these.
Yeah.
We have other elements like self-assessment, you have the logistic assessment, MMOGLE, and so on. And the maximum score here is 300.
Is that 300 combined score for that overall 12 competencies?
Yeah, that is correct.
Right,
and if we're looking at only the PPM, then we can extract that information out of this portal. And if you have full score at PPM, that means that you are on a single digit level, then you can achieve 60 points in this
for that
evaluation.
Yeah. And have you had any PPM in the last 12 months? Have you had any defects?
In the last 12 months, yes, we have had, I would say, a very small amount of defect, less than 10 actually.
10 defective parts?
10 defective parts, yes.
Okay, so we will follow that through a bit later then.
Yeah.
Any other customers give you a scorecard apart from Volvo?
Yes, they do. We have some, yes. We have Scania as another one.
And they have an online scorecard, do they?
They have an online scorecard, yes.
And maybe we can see that. I know you have a customer representative for Scania, so maybe we can look at that in a few minutes.
Yeah, good idea.
What about your internal performance monitoring? Do you monitor internally based upon the customers?
Absolutely.
Or explain how you monitor the internal performance.
Yeah, that is a really important KPI for us because customer satisfaction is the top priority for everyone in our company. And we monitor each customer individually to make sure that we don't miss anyone when we calculate our own internal performance.
Yeah.
We have a global KPI board.
So let's just have a quick look at that. Is this for all of your plants?
This is for all plants. We have 8 different plants,
okay,
yes.
Yeah.
And so we have a global KPI dashboard. So we use exactly the same KPIs worldwide. Yeah. But of course, with different targets based on the customer-specific requirements.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about for the plant here in Lithuania? Could you show us the up-to-date performance for here?
I can do that.
If you could just quickly show me the, particularly on the parts per million defect data, would be good.
I can do that. And at the moment, we are on a level at 21 ppm in average for the entire plant. So currently, we can see that our efforts in continuous improvements, I would say they have been successful.
Good, and that certainly matches what I've seen so far doing this audit.
Yeah.
So I will follow up on the data collection process for this PPM internal data. We'll follow up on that within the audit. But no, thank you for giving me that overview.
Okay, you're welcome.
So let's summarize. It is important in any IATF 16949 audit that the auditor audits any relevant customer scorecards, which could be online scorecards, and also questions the data, any customer-specific requirements, and any customer targets related to performance. But it is also important that auditors compare the customer performance data to see whether there is any correlation with the internal performance objectives set by the organization. And based upon the review of the customer performance data and the internal performance data, auditors should have the competency to better focus on the areas of the highest risk, and then follow the audit trails to the relevant process to look at how those risks are being managed. So let's summarize with the key learning points. It's important in any IATF 16949 audit that auditors keep in mind that they should be looking at any relevant customer performance data that relates to the process they're going to audit. And that could be auditing the online customer scorecards that are provided by certain automotive customers. As well as looking at customer-related data, auditors should also be looking at the linkage to any relevant internal performance data set by the organization, and ensuring that there is a linkage between those two forms of data.